What's up, guys? Welcome to your Soda Jerks on the Rocks, where we give a 5-minute review. I'm doing a book review today, and I highly recommend it. Let me get from my bookshelf. I got the Bloodline book series. I got both books. I forgot what the second one's called. But I actually got on Twitter and tweeted at the lady who actually wrote the books, and they're really good. I asked her to write a third one because, I needed to know. Bloodline is a vampire World War II action movie book thingy, whatever. No, it's really good. If you like World War II war books, mystery, a little bit of fantasy, a little horror element, strong, very strong, and the love story, pretty good too. Main character, Jonathan Harkin. The twists and turns. It's so hard to talk about it because I don't want to spoil it because it's really that good. The first book, you try to figure out, if he's going to save the day. In the second book, you're trying to figure out who the villain is. So it's Bloodline and Bloodline Legacy. That's the name of the second one. Yeah. It kind of plays and writes out like the original Dracula books, because the original Dracula books are written like letters to either doctors or friends of the family of people who are dealing with the counts and stuff. It plays on that. It takes place during a little bit after D-Day, I believe. Trenches and stuff like that. I had to go to Transylvania at the end. Man, I really don't want to ruin this book. It's so good. It's by Kate Carey. I recommend you find her and tweet her, tell her how much you enjoyed the series. She has other stuff under her other pen name. Yeah, man, it's a great book. It looks like this. Here's the cover. But like I said, I just cannot stress enough how good it is. I read it in high school. Well, I didn't read it all in high school. We had to do a weird book report thing in English class where we had to go to our school's library, get a book in 30 minutes, read what we can, and write a report on it. Dumb, I know. Very, very dumb. But I thoroughly enjoyed this book, and years later when I saw it in my Amazon recommended, I had to get it. And then I found out there was a sequel. I was at work in my office, every time I had a slow day, I just digested as much as I could of that book, and I highly recommend it to you. And like I said, the first book's obviously better than the second book. There's more vampire action, more horror and stuff. The second one is just kind of a guessing game where you're trying to figure out, is the vampire still evil? Is this a trick? Who's really the villain? Who's behind it? Kind of more mystery than the first one. And the second one, the ending will leave you wanting more. Like I said, I had to message the daggum artist, man. I was the author. She's writing a new series about ancient Egypt and the cat god, whatever it's called. I hadn't read them. I'm not interested. That's my cat, actually. So it's got Van Helsing's family line, Dracula's family line. They go to Transylvania, like I said, but they have to deal with all the repercussions of World War II and everything that's going on in Europe. That's what's so cool to me, though, because it's a war film. You never really thought of how did the vampires and stuff, if they were real, of course. Duh, I'm not saying they're real. How would they react during World War II? How it'd be a lot easier to get blood, let me tell you. Especially in France, you know what I'm saying? If you're not history buff, you look into all the blood that was spilled in them trenches, But yeah, that's my book review. This is Soda Jerks on the Rocks. I'm drinking some soda on the rocks, brah. Bloodline. Kate Carey. She's a nice Irish lady. I'm going to try to actually get her on the podcast and interview her because I'm just such a big fan. Look into it. If you read it, leave a comment and let us know. We want to know. We'd love to actually talk to you about what you thought about the book. Have a good one, guys. Bye.